Gasparo's tail, ward off right. Always remember to turn toe in the forward stance, otherwise strain will be forced upon the knee. Palms come together and press. Separate the two hands, sink the elbows, come back on the back leg and push. Leave the hands there, bring the body back, let the hands sink down. Pivot on the right heel. Transfer the weight back to the right, let the knee go in line with the toe. Pivot in the ball of the left foot, making the hook with the right hand. Look into the left palm. Push off the right, turn the left palm. Raise hands by transferring the weight onto the left, draw in the right leg, play guitar, left hand to the right elbow, draw back the hands and the foot, step out into shoulder stroke. Transfer the weight to the right, bring over the left foot, raise the right hand and lower the left hand into white crane. In white crane, moving into the next posture is another roll back, this time by the left hand. And stepping into the next posture, which is called brush left knee and push. Looking again from white crane. Drop the right hand down, bring up the left hand in front of the face and rotate the body to the right. And as you brush the left knee with the left hand, you're stepping out, transferring the weight into a forward stance, 70-30, and the right hand's pushed forwards in front of the chest. Looking at it straight on, we roll back, and as the right hand comes up to the right ear and the left hand comes down, that's when we step forward. Brush left knee and push. Left hand, the right hand comes up and step forward, brush left knee and push. Now follow this through just by stepping up, then bring the left foot forward into play guitar left. This means the right hand is now at the left elbow. White crane, rolling back, brush left knee and push. Follow the push with the right leg, transfer your weight back to the right leg, send the left leg out and play guitar on the left side. Again, rolling back, the weight's on the right, 70-30, step up, transfer 100% weight onto the right leg, bring the left leg forward, play guitar left. And again repeat the move. The same move is repeated to brush left knee again. So there's two brush knees with a play guitar in the middle. From the front, brush knee and push. Step up, transferring the weight onto the left, sink back into the right and play guitar on the left side. Now roll back again, brush left knee and push. The right hand is in front of the chest. The next movement is step up, strike down, parry and punch, and we'll break this down in sections as we step forward to thrust. From play guitar into brush left knee and push, the right hand comes back to form a fist as the weight's transferred on the right leg. We step round, twisting round with the left hand in front of the chest. We'll look at this again. Coming back, right hand into a fist, transfer the weight onto the left, pivot around to the right, the left hand follows. There is now about 70% weight on the right leg. Coming back, stepping up and turning. The fist, if you open up the fist, the palm should be pointing up towards the ceiling. Looking at the feet, we turn the toe to allow or to accommodate the pelvis to move through as we twist round. This is the first part of step up, parry and punch. From white crane we brush left knee and push. Step up onto the left, transfer the weight back onto the right, send the left leg forward and play guitar. Again, roll back and brush knee and push again. Now sink the weight back, making a fist on the right, and twist as if we're moving up to the left diagonal and then turning to the right diagonal. Now we step through with the left foot into punch. The right hand initially comes over the wrist. Again, we can watch from here, rolling back to brush left knee and push. Stepping up, twisting round to the left diagonal. Step through with the left leg and look at the wrist of the right hand being covered with the left hand. We'll watch this again from the front view. Stepping up to the left diagonal, twisting round on the right leg, stepping through, the left hand covers the right wrist. Now the wrist turns to the diagonal, to the left, and the right hand covers the elbow as we separate the hands and then push forward. We'll look at this move a few times. This is called apparent close-up. The right wrist turns, the left hand circles under the right elbow and follows the forearm up until both hands separate, and then we push forward, leaving the hands there and bringing the body back, just like push, like we did earlier. We'll look at this movement again. Turning, separating the two hands as they cross, the weight's on the back leg, and then we push through, leaving the hands there, bringing the body back onto the back leg. Coming down, cross hands, separate, the weight's on the back leg. Now we push forward, leaving the hands there, the weight comes back. Again, circling under the right elbow, cross hands, separate the two hands, push forward onto the left leg, transfer the weight onto the back leg, and leave the hands there. Now we turn, pivoting on the left heel as the two hands come round, about in line with the chin. Again, apparent close-up, pushing forward, transferring the weight. Now look how we pivot on the heel. The right toe is still pointing over to the left. Push, leave the hands there, bring the body back and pivot on the left heel, this time dropping the hands and bring back the right foot as the hands come down to cross in front of your body, and the feet should be parallel. The weight is slightly on the left side. Looking at it from the opposite side, step up, striking down to parry, step through to punch. The fist comes to the left hand underneath the right elbow, separate the hands, and pushing forward. Leave the hands there, bring your body back. Drop the elbows, coming round. Bring back the right leg as the hands drift down in front of you, and then come back up to cross in front of your body. Cross hands. The end of the first section. From white crane, we roll back, brush, left knee and push, step up, play guitar on the left side, bringing the left leg through, roll back again, brush. Left knee and push. Right hand in front of the chest. Now come back onto the right leg, making a fist with the right side, stepping up to the left diagonal. The left hand follows round, the fist comes down, stepping up to the right diagonal, then stepping straight forward with the left foot. The left hand comes under the right elbow as we cross hands. Separate the two hands in front of the shoulders and push onto the left leg. Leave the hands there, bring your body back and pivot round on the left heel. The two hands circle down, and as they do so, the right leg comes back to end up parallel with the left. The hands are crossed in front of you. The first set. Now we're going to look at step back repulse monkey in a little more depth and some more detail. Starting with placing the left toe down, keeping the feet shoulder width as we step back. A fluid movement, fluid transition from one leg to another. You see the hands pass by the waist and roll up to come over beside each ear. Now it's important to notice that when the hands do come down to the waist, they pass by what's called the die meridian, sometimes known as the gate meridian, belt meridian, or girdle meridian. The point in the hand is Halsey, small intestine acupuncture point 3, which is in more depth in videotape 1. As the hand passes, it curls around and comes up past the shoulder to behind the ear. There's 3 moves in step back repulse monkey. Stepping back on the left, the right, left, and catching moon. If we try and keep the fluid movement all the way through the form, remaining soft, keeping the elbows pointing to the floor. Such are the principles of Tai Chi Chuan. Following on from step back repulse monkey, wave hands and clouds is similar in that it has 3 movements. These meet or follow on from step back repulse monkey with this move, which is called diagonal flying. The left foot is raised so it becomes parallel with the right, shoulder width apart, as the waist rotates from left to right, the palms facing inward and then facing each other as they reach the sides of the body. The hips are held not tightly but loosely as the waist rotates. Now it's important to note that the hands should be at the level of Chongfu at the shoulder and Halsey down at die meridian as they rotate around the body. Both palms then turn towards the centre of the body so that one palm faces in towards the heart and the other faces in towards just around about the belly button. This is important in wave hands and clouds as they're opposite what's called the cinnabar fields or dantian. If we watch again, catch moon on the right side, rotating around, 2 palms face each other, close the feet so they're 1.5 to 3 inches apart, whatever's comfortable for you. The knees are soft but not completely relaxed that your body's falling down. Taking the weight, one leg to another, and watching the hands with your eyes. Let the head move along with them. Wave hands and clouds. We come to what's probably the most difficult part of learning the Tai Chi form, and it's a set of movements called Fair Ladies Weaves the Shuttle. It begins with ward off with a single whip, coming back onto the back leg and a lifting action to one of the 4 corners, the right diagonal, opening the hands, pivoting on the left heel, and then opening the hands to the opposite diagonal, hence the 4 corner operation. Crossing legs, raising the hand, pushing forward, crossing legs as you roll back and stepping out to the opposite diagonal. We'll look at this again as we finish here in ward off left. Here we see ward off left, bringing down the right hand, stepping up to the diagonal and pushing forward. The left hand comes back behind the left ear. The right palm faces up underneath the elbow as we turn, and then around, doing the same. Now whatever leg is leading, that is the leg in front, such as here the left leg, it's the same hand that comes up behind the ear. Palm up underneath the elbow, dropping the hands opposite diagonal, right leg leading, right hand comes up past the right ear, finishing the movement in ward off left. Again, ward off left, come back, lifting action which is called chai. Fair ladies, left hand past, right hand up past the elbow, coming over, the right hand passes, comes down to cross hands, cross legs, step up with the left foot, the left hand comes past the left ear as you push with the right hand, pivot and the left heel around to the last diagonal, bring the right hand past, catch moon on the right, ward off left. Moving on to separation of hands and feet. This is what I commonly term the rock and roll part of the Tai Chi form, with the twisting and moving action of the feet. We separate the left foot down, twisting on the right heel, right ball of the foot, separate both hands and then turn to the right, twist on the left heel, left ball of the foot, and kick the foot out to the opposite diagonal, spinning around on the ball of the foot and then kicking with left heel to land into brush left knee and push. Again, we can see that when we kick, we lift the hip and send the foot outward rather than trying to bend out and reach the foot. That means that we bend the lumbar part or the lumbar area of the back. Turning on the heel, turn on the ball of the foot, separate the hands and kick to the diagonal, toe kick. Stepping out opposite side, and it's just repeating the same movement on the opposite side of the body. Just sink, let your body weight turn your body for you as you spin around to lift the left foot and kick with left heel before landing and into brush left knee and push. The posture snake creeps down puts quite a demand on both legs. It's important to keep the toes turning and to keep the hands in alignment with the points. The right toe turns to the diagonal, the left hand sweeps along the inside of the left leg, the left toe turns, coming up and into salute the 7 stars. We'll look at that in a bit more detail. The right toe turns to the diagonal, and then looking at the image we can see the guidelines for the points. The left hand, Haozi, points into Dantian. The right hand, Lao Gong, points down through the right knee to kidney point 1, Yongquan. Now the left hand starts to go down the inside of the left leg to circle around the knee. At this point, Yao Tongxie on the back of the left hand points into Yin Ju. The left toe turns, the left hand comes down into a low single whip with Hegu and the left hand pointing into Yi Yangguan. Following through and up into salute the 7 stars. Revising the form from the second section. From cross hands, we're going to embrace tiger, return to mountain, which includes the 4 energies here, Bong Lu Jianan, or ward off, roll back, and now press, coming back with the hands, and push, or an, pushing with the back leg. The hands float down to the lower dantian, relaxing the shoulders, turning the right toe, form the hook, pivot round in the ball of the left foot and round into single whip. Cross legs and turning to come come into the next posture, fist under elbow. Prepare to step back repulse monkey 3 times. And here it is important to note that the feet are parallel, shoulder width apart, with a fluid transition of movement of weight from one leg to another, letting your posture move from one side to another. Catch moon on the left side, sink on the left leg, and around into diagonal single whip, and that's diagonal to the north from where you started. Catch moon, transitional posture, and into wave hands and clouds. In wave hands and clouds, we try and keep our feet between 1.5 inches and 3 inches apart,